Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for joining me. So I'm thinking that today we should put together some Christmas themed products. And if you guys want to see my process for doing this, and we're going to focus more on design in this video, but if you're interested in seeing me do this, stay with me. I'm going to do some niche research. I'm going to create some finished designs, and then I'll probably upload them to Merch by Amazon and just show you the finished product. So if you're interested in seeing me do that, stay with me and let's get started. Quick reminder, take advantage of the weekly print on demand giveaway. It's completely free to enter and 2 winners are going to be selected and announced this Sunday. They will receive a license to Flying Research, print on demand research tools, AutomatePOD, print on demand design creation automation, all American graphics, premium pre-made graphics to help you with your designs. We're going to be using some of those today, and Bubble Scout, my go-to niche research and validation tool. You'll find a link at the top of the description. Also, I've got a 7-day Merch by Amazon mini course you can take advantage of completely free. The link is in the description. And I've got a great Merch by Amazon Facebook community that I'd love to have you in if you're not already a member. All right, we're going to do a live demo today. So let me pop on over to Photoshop. So this is my default Merch by Amazon template in Photoshop. It is nothing special, but if you're wondering what I even mean by it, well, for one, I set the canvas size to 4,500 pixels by 5,400 pixels tall. That's the standard size dimensions for Merch by Amazon. I include some things in the layers behind me here that my head's probably blocking, like some standard text, so that instead of having to make a new text layer every time, I just, enable this layer and edit the text. I've also got, some other basic designs like a curved text and a little circular sunset placeholder there. I do love to work with those sunsets. Speaking of sunsets, I wanted to show you guys all sunsets. This is my go-to resource for almost all of my designs, just because these like vintage retro sunsets, they sell. All right. And when I know something works, I don't like to overcomplicate things. Now, there's nothing wrong, by the way. I'm not saying you have to have it. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like text only designs sell. Like if I was selling a Lorem Ipsum t-shirt, I would just go like this, make the text really big. All right. Because remember, the bigger and bolder it is, the easier it is to read, the more it pops in search results. Again, don't overcomplicate things. Text only works just fine. But if you're willing to go the extra mile and add a nice little graphic to the, like I was showing you here, right? These are just the placeholders that I work with. This is just the jumping off point, guys. But if you're willing to go the extra mile and make a product look like it's a little bit higher quality, you'll probably increase your sales, okay? Generally speaking. Of course, it's all subjective. There is no right or wrong, like, oh, this way's wrong. No, it's all subjective, but over time, you start to get a feel for what works. And when you start feeling like you know what works, just kind of ride it. You know what I mean? Ride it into the profits. That's my approach anyways. So I like to use all sunsets, and I also like to do niche research. Flying Research is a really nice, easy to use tool for niche research. It's also really fast. And me being a web developer, or was a web developer, I guess, left my job last year in February. I appreciate when things work quickly. So Christmas. Okay, Christmas is the theme for today's video. We're going to do some Christmas designs. All Sunsets just posted a bunch of new Christmas themed designs. So why don't we work with them? Okay, so we're actually going to start with the graphic. Now, you can flip this and you can look at the best sellers and you can try to find graphics to match the best sellers. But in this case, since we know Christmas is, roughly 6 weeks away right now, why don't we try to get ahead of it by listing Christmas themed designs, and they've already posted the designs for us. So we don't really need to worry about the graphic design aspect, which takes a huge weight off my shoulders, because you can go down into these, rabbit holes of trying to make the perfect design when we're not actually great designers. Now, if it's a learning experience, fine. But if it's something that you're not always going to have the time to do, it's okay to trust it to the experts. Now, All Sunsets, a subscription currently costs, I think, $39 for a year. So it's like $3 and change a month. So if you make one sale a month at $19.99, you've already paid the subscription and you've got some profit in your pocket. So that's why I just use them as a go-to resource. They're pretty well optimized for specifically, in my mind at least, Merch by Amazon standard design dimensions. Like they may even get, when you download them, they may even come in those dimensions. Let me see. So I downloaded a couple of these ahead of time. Really quickly, let me just check. Details. Yep, they do. They come in the standard dimensions, but you're not supposed to use them as is. You're supposed to kind of customize them and make them your own. Okay, so where is the T-Rex? I know there was at least one T-Rex. Okay, here is a T-Rex Santa Claus style design. Now, this may or may not be your thing, but generally speaking, we know T-Rexes sell. We know dinosaurs sell year round, and they're great for cross-niching. I like this design. I like the color scheme. The T-Rex is pretty intense, I'm not going to lie. But I think we can make some Christmas themed T-Rex designs. Okay, I may be wrong though. So what I'm gonna do, I'm showing you my process. I'm gonna come to Flying Research. I'm gonna type in T-Rex, okay, and I'm gonna hit search. Boom, just like that, we see a bunch of T-Rex themed designs. By the way, not all of them are Christmas themed, which is okay. One thing I did want to mention really quickly is that, you know, Amazon's search algorithm, like they can tweak it whenever they want. Okay, so it's not like, oh, I saw this video in 2018 and now I understand it. No, like things have probably changed since then. So you kind of need to like perform some searches, get a feel for how it works. Like I was searching earlier today and I searched for Chihuahua. I was doing a video for my girlfriend's channel and we were going to see like if we could make some Chihuahua designs and see who could make the most sales. So I searched for Chihuahua and like every listing came up as a Christmas themed Chihuahua. So I'm like, where are the evergreen non-Christmas Chihuahuas? But the algorithm right now is serving me up all of these Christmas themed Chihuahuas for whatever reason. Like maybe they think they're the most relevant ones for me based on the time of year that I searched. I don't have all the answers, guys. Like I don't work for Amazon, so I can't tell you what's going on, but file it away in your head. Okay. If they're prioritizing Christmas themed designs right now, potentially at least, you know, that was just one search that I did. But if they're doing that, then it's going to be beneficial to you to kind of ride the trend. Now, it may not have been just Christmas that they were prioritizing. It may have also just been new submissions. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that they think that if you're active in Merch by Amazon and you're constantly submitting new designs, that you'll get favorable treatment in the algorithm. Now, I don't know if that's at the account level or if it's literally just that they favor new submissions to keep the catalog on Amazon fresh. Okay, I feel like I just hijacked the theme of this video. I may have just like recorded a separate one to talk about the algorithm. But either way, let's get back into it. So I want to make some cool looking designs using All Sunsets T-Rexes. Can I find anything here that looks like it may be applicable? So here's one. Rah, 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 rah. Okay, perfect. Remember the Christmas Carol? I probably did a terrible job singing it just now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot that, not so I can steal the design, rather so that I can actually read what to say, okay? Because it's not like I'm actually cloning his design. He's got his own graphic, his own thing, Christmas lights on the T-Rex, blah, blah, blah. This person's probably not the first person to come up with the tra-la-la-la-la, you know, Christmas Carol T-Rex version. So I'm not afraid to make my own version of it. So let me go ahead and pull in, just drag and drop from All Sunsets, pull in this design. Now, this design is rather large as is. Okay, so I may scale it down and put it kind of central. So I want some space above and I want some space below to work with. Okay, and now I've got my reference point right there. I'm going to overlay that for the time being so that when I enable this text layer, and I may make this much smaller actually, probably made that way too small on accident. I meant to do 4, let's do 450 point. Okay. Fa ra 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 ra. Okay, let me make this smaller. You guys kind of see what I'm doing. I might turn this off just for reference. Let me see how much space I have. Now, I may switch the font later. I mean, Impact is, generally speaking, a really easy to use go-to font. I'm not pretending to be the world's best graphic designer either, guys. If you're looking to make like the #1 bestseller in a category, it's best to probably hire a designer or really like hone in on your craft. My friend Juna at Detour Shirts is an incredible graphic designer, and like he would crush me in pretty much anything, but I stick to my strengths, right? Like I'm not trying to pretend to be him. He's a professional graphic designer and a great YouTuber. So check him out for like the top notch stuff. But for me, I like to just keep things simple and move quickly. I've got 200,000 upload slots, so I want to fill those. So I don't want to spend too long, all right? So fa ra 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 rar. Okay, so I don't need the rar at the end. Maybe I just kind of make it my own and omit that. Fa ra 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 ra. Rah, 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 rah. Maybe I do something like that. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So yeah, guys, I feel comfortable like uploading this as a design. Is it the best one on Amazon? Probably not, but we already know that this is a validated niche that's currently selling. So we don't need to overthink it, especially if you have extra upload slots. Clearly this design here is what I would consider to be good enough. Now, if we wanted to have fun with it, we could do something like, we could do something where we like maybe split this text off and kind of make it a little bit more fun and playful, where we could, you know, have these kind of filling in the void over here the extra space. Now I get a little bit like, I'm not a huge fan of doing asymmetrical designs just because I feel like you really need that graphic design ability and expertise to pull them off in a optimal way. Like you can just see the one I just made is pretty off balance. I'm not a fan of making them off balance like that. Like maybe I'd do something like this. Fa ra 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 ra. Like it needs to be evident though to the person reading it, you know what I mean, what's going on. And if it's not, then you know, maybe you put like a music symbol next to the fa ra 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 so we know it's a song. But either way, something like this, guys, I definitely think would like has big potential to make sales. Whether it's gonna be the #1 bestseller or not, that's up to you to determine. But you know, that to me is a shirt that we just knocked out pretty quickly. Now let's get at least one more done. I know the video's already gone on longer than anticipated because I was talking about my findings with the search algorithm. I like this shark here. So why don't we look for a shark themed niche and relate it to Christmas, okay? So shark. And by the way, I mean, if I was really doing this with just me, I would probably continue to scroll through the T-Rex plus Christmas niches and swap in and out more text and make more designs, right? Because I have more upload slots. So you just got to kind of figure out what works for you based on your tier. So here's a shark with no text. It's just a shark wrapped in Christmas lights. Really nice design though, really well executed. See, that's the type of thing that a professional will make that I am, you know, definitely not there. So what else do we have? Shark. So I wasn't having much luck on flying research. So I came on over here to the search merch tool, which I'll link to in the description. And I typed in Christmas shark. Let's see what we come up with. All right. So already right away on Amazon at the top row, check this out right behind me. Santa Jaws is coming. So Santa Claus, Santa Jaws. There you go. That's instantly one that fits right in with the Christmas theme that we're looking for. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I don't need to kind of replicate how they did theirs, but I have my own stylistic approach to doing these that I like, and that's what I'm going to do. So I like to do the curved text above, especially if it, you know, looks like it's going to fit well. So let me see, Santa Jaws. I already had the curved text pre built into the template that I'm using here. So I'm going to do it like this, maybe make my text a little bit bigger. I do have a separate video on how to do the curved text on YouTube. I can link to it right here in the YouTube cards. If you missed that, I always have to look at my side monitor to make sure that I'm pointing in the camera. So Santa Jaws, and then I will make a new text layer. I'll probably just borrow the one from earlier down here. Is coming to town. Edmund texture to match it to the top. And let me try to make all of it fit in the frame there at the bottom. Make it like 300. So Santa Jaws is coming to town. I'm gonna have to resize the little shark just a little bit. There you go. Santa Jaws is coming to town. How about that, guys? That looks pretty good. That was pretty quick, pretty easy to make, and hopefully you guys get the vibe of what I'm doing here, right? And there's two ways of doing it. Like I said, in this case, we took the graphics that we already had and we went looking for niches that fit them. So graphic is dog plus Christmas or shark plus Christmas, Bigfoot plus Christmas. Why don't we, before we sign off, let's look for a Bigfoot Christmas shirt. All right. So we can come over here and say like Bigfoot Christmas. See what comes up, and we can even compare it to flying research and see what they suggest as well. So Bigfoot Christmas. So obviously when you see like Disney, stay away. You can kind of tell what's Disney and what's not. If this is not Disney, then man, okay, it's not, but doesn't that look like a Disney vibe to it? I guess they're probably okay, but maybe it's just because it's next to a Star Wars. The football with the Christmas hat, love that. By the way, you can take the sunsets from all sunsets and you can just do like a silhouette and just cut it out and make virtually anything you want, any niche, even if they don't have a pre-built graphic for it. Okay. So the pre-built graphics are great and they're easy to work with, especially if you create yourself a nice little template in Photoshop like this, and you can just enable, disable the text layers, the curved text, the other text, whatever. Quick and easy is what I'm a fan of personally, but yeah, you can also very easily just kind of use the standard sunsets and just kind of cut out a magic, like put your graphic of whatever over top and then magic wand it out. Also, I mean, you can Google image stuff, and instead of using the actual image, which is copyright, just magic wand it and then cut the silhouette out and use the silhouette. And then you have made your own image that you have the rights to use. Let's see. Bigfoot. Lots of good shirts, but anything Christmas related? I don't want to scroll for too long because there may not be any. I don't know. I'm sure if we scroll down far enough, there would be. Bigfoot Christmas on Amazon. Anything? Sasquatching through the snow. Harry Christmas. Boom. See, I knew we'd find some, guys. Check it out. They've got everything cross-niched with Christmas. So you've got Sasquatching through the snow. And I'm a terrible singer, so I apologize to you guys that are still with me listening. And Harry Christmas instead of Merry Christmas. So people are killing it here with these niches, guys. I think that'll do it for today's video, though. So everything I used, I'll link to in the description. Also, if anybody decides to join my full print on demand course, I do give you my Merch by Amazon template. I give you literally everything. Like, it's like the automation, you get the templates, you get free graphics, a bunch of discounts to all the services that I recommend. So I'll plug the course right before signing off as usual. Do me a quick favor, guys. If you're still with me, hit that like button. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you like this video. If you have any other approaches that you use when you're making your Christmas themed designs. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.